I'm just going to show the outside plants as comparison, but this is not the reason for this video. I'm going to show you how to make an arrow garden, or how I do it. This would be the second one that I made. These are the outside guys. Looking right, I guess. Anyways, come down here. As you can see, I'm just spray painting this bad boy. I'm almost done with it. I'm just using the stuff that was given. Rust-Oleum, flat black, whatever. That's just to stop the UV light from getting in. As you can see, I almost finished it here. I'm just finishing it up on camera. No UV light. And then we'll hit it again in a little bit if it needs it. But we're just going to invert that top, which I'll show you in, I guess, after I'll stitch a movie together. I'll have to. All right. I'll talk to you in a little bit. Okay. So here we go. All dried up. We got this guy. So the next thing we do is test it for light. And the way I test it for light height is pretty simple. I just stick it up to a light and stick the bad boy all down in there. And as you can see, the sides are fairly good, but that bottom, yeah, as you can see, the bottom just didn't quite cover with paint. I'll show you another example here. My cousin painted a black masonry jar yesterday, and if we look down inside of there, the only part that is not light tight looks like that. See that, just that little bottom? But yet everything out here, it looks like this bottle should be light tight, but if you look right on the bottom there, there's just like a little, I mean, you can barely see with the naked eye, but you saw it in there. Anyway, so yeah, just make sure everything's light tight. Yep, right there it is, and right there, I can't even see the speck. See how easy it is in this? Anyways, alright, step 2. Okay, so, as you can see here, we've made progress. I just put a second coat on the bad boy here, drilled a hole on top of it to accept the air hose, which, is probably, obviously pretty simple to do. Anyways, and then here's the actual arrow garden pod, and all we did was just saw the top off. This is probably the same size as any milk carton or anything like that. I just obviously don't use those because of the it lets in light unless you get like the yellow milk carton. Anyways, so that almost fits in there. And what we're going to do is we're going to take the old Dremel tool here and just, smooth out the sides here just so that fits in there nicely. And then we're almost ready to roll. Alrighty, we'll see you in a little bit. Alright, so here we go. Basically, I carved down the top here, which I had good light a second ago. There. Okay. Carved this out there. I put notches there just because the arrow garden pod has notches as well in the top. And it's just kind of a pain to put down in, so what we do is just slide it in those notches, and that also works as a locking mechanism for the pod, which you can do it however you want. But it doesn't get too much better than that. So basically, we just take this off. Obviously, the air stone, we put the air stone in, wind it through, put it down, and then just fill it with water and throw the arrow garden stuff in there, or whatever you want to throw in there. And then I'll show you the finished product here in 1 second. Okay, so onward with our little hydro experiment here, or arrow experiment. So what I did was I used, right here's the pod, and that's actually Teflon tape that I wrapped around there because I couldn't find any string around the house, and that's being inventive. So I took the old knife here, and then I slit just a little cut down there, from like here to here. I don't know, I'm not an expert on this. And I just kind of peeled it up a little bit. I placed 1 seed of bachelor's button. Who knows? Is it going to work? Who knows? Anyways, we just put it in here and tied it off so it's not like super tight, but so the roots can get around in there. But anyways, from there we just We're just going to drop this straight in the garden there, and then throw it over there, and then we'll show you the final result here in a little bit. Alright, and here's the final result. So you can see the air pump there going right up into here that we've been working on. It's actually bubbling like fantastic. We take that off, look down in there, it's doing a real good job. Then we can actually take this out. I want you to see, look at that. That's crazy. It's just bubbles. Mr. Bubbles from the bubbler. So much better aeration. That's just from a little air stone. I want you to actually hear. Ooh, yeah, bubbles. Anyways, oxygen. So then we just put that on there, and actually, I mean, look at that. That's just crazy. That's almost too good. It can't be too good. That's just fantastic. Anyways, so this cost me about $15 to make. I guess you know you could probably put it in those $10 USPS packages for like $10, so it's $25 total for me to like make and send, and then I'd probably want $10 for making it. So it's, you're looking at like probably like $35 actually to have me custom make one of these, or you can just make it yourself for like $15. So anyways, and then I don't take the standard little dome here because it's not good enough. And regular baby jars, the glass isn't big enough, or it doesn't quite fit. So for my starter stuff, I just use a bigger glass jar. These are diced pimentos, and this will work quite nice. The bubble aeration on it will actually kick into the glass a little bit, and it will actually work a lot better than the plastic. We'll see how it works. I just put some, just one seed of bachelor's button in there, and we'll see if it comes out. All right, here we go, and that's how you make Aero Garden replacement.